All right, y'all. Welcome to Street Church Congregation. Come on in. And for first time visitors, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, y'all. This video is going to be about Michigan University, their um, their football department. During the COVID season, it was alleged, and now I guess they've been punished, right? So they received some kind of punishment from the NCAA for violating some kind of recruitment restriction violations. Under then head coach Jim Harbaugh, Harbaugh, Harbor, whatever, Jim Harbaugh, um, Jim Harbaugh, I don't know, or Jim Harbaugh, I don't know. Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. Coach Jimmy over there. Uh, he was coaching. He was an NFL coach. Then he went down to college, and he's been coaching for the University of Michigan. So anyway, they just received 3 years probation for whatever they had going on during the COVID season. There's a lot of stuff going on during COVID. A lot of bad stuff that need to be investigated here and there, and need to be exposed as people get exposed for this evil stuff that was going on through COVID. COVID people took full advantage of COVID-19. You leave it to evil-minded and criminally minded people to take advantage of what was supposed to have been a pandemic. I didn't feel like it was a pandemic because the numbers just didn't add up to the deaths. It was sad that this disease had caused so many deaths, but the deaths didn't even, like, what was it, the year, I think it's 2020. In 2020, hepatitis was 1.3 million people had died of hepatitis C, I believe. And in 2020, only 244,000 people had died because of COVID. So y'all do the math. Let that sink in. And they called it a pandemic. I refuse to call it a pandemic. But it was man-made. It was manufactured to be a problem, and it was political. It was to throw a political monkey wrench into the re-electing of Donald Trump. It's just plain as day. We all saw it. We saw it for what it was. We saw what they was doing. We saw the things that they was doing because COVID-19 gave a lot of government officials, local, state, and federal, a lot of executive power. And they used that to their full advantage. And the fear of it and the scare of it at the time, because it was not known. It was an unknown virus at the time, but it was used to implement a lot of wickedness, a lot of evil, and a lot of illegal things. Even if you looked at it from a legal standpoint, let's just say you left the spirit out of it, right? Like you didn't look at it from a religious standpoint, right? You looked at it from a human standpoint. It was a lot of wicked things that were set in motion that are affecting us to this day because of that. Anyway, that being said, I just want to go back to talking about the University of Michigan, U of M, football department. Okay, they're on 3 years probation now, according to the NCAA. They have been fined. I don't know what that's got to do. So fine means money because the probation is the punishment, right? And anytime you say fined, there's money involved. And they were hit with some recruiting limits. So they had some kind of restrictions in place that they were supposed to adhere to during the COVID-19 season. So all the seasons of football being played during COVID-19, they um, had some restrictions in place as far as recruitment, from coaches and staff reaching out to people that they wanted to recruit. And for some reason, even players that they already had, there were some restrictions on what they was the communication and contact, right? Um, and so this got them in trouble. And what is shocking, because I didn't even notice, is all of a sudden Jim Harbaugh is done dipped, and now he's coaching for uh, the Los Angeles Chargers. So it had to be something that was gonna put a tarnish on his name, so he upped and left. But I'm a Michigander, so I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna expose it, and um, he done left his previous staff members and even some coaches up under him holding that bad look on their football department. So it's not good, and people should be doing more news reports on this because it's foul play, and he shouldn't just get to run away down there to L.A. You understand what I'm saying? And go be a head coach somewhere else. This needs to be exposed, and so I'm gonna take my time out to expose it. Um, okay, so th- this how much trouble it was. He done dipped, went down to L.A. to coach for the Chargers, leave this bad look on the U of M team. 5 former coaches and current coaches and staffers, and under Jim Harbaugh, are all were involved and all received is the reason why they got 3 years probation, fined, and hit with recruitment limits. So they limited to who they can recruit. Well, down the line, that's going to affect them and their success as a football team at U of M. So this is crazy. I wonder is that recruitment, um, like are they going to be limited to hiring people too? Do they have restrictions on who they hire and who they have coaching and things like that? Like, see, I'm saying, is it just a penalty that's going to hurt them as far as finding and recruiting players, or did this go deep enough into the personnel, right? And did enough heads get put on that chopping block? Because it seemed like Jim Harbaugh, except for me talking about it and who other people exposing it, right, local news wise, I haven't seen it on a national news level, right? So besides people locally exposing Jim for it, uh, did enough heads roll because of this? Is really the question. And was there enough done? Because if the NCAA found it this serious to do all of this, right? And then have Jim just dip, right? So they asked for his resignation. He he just came up off a championship. He just came off of one of the best seasons in as him as a coach in U of M. So all of a sudden you going down to LA to coach the NFL. You ain't even gonna decide to go to another college yet. I mean, not yet, but you didn't decide to go to another college. You just you just left collegiate football altogether and decided to go play for, coach for the NFL again. Come on, this is Street Chat. We're going to lay it all out. To a lot of people, this might seem frivolous, but the reason why I really felt like I should do it, besides being a Michigander, is that the the amount of corruption in America, right? And foul play and fraudulence that's being allowed to just go unexposed is just another reason that America is corroding, right? It's another layer to the corrosion and erosion of America and what it should stand for, right? And from this country being top tier to us being like becoming like third world countries. We're becoming a third world country, not number one. And this is a part of it. This is a part of it, right? Everywhere this brazen corruption and fraudulence and evilness and wickedness is playing out in all aspects of American life. And this is just another component. This is another component. And it's shameful. It's embarrassing and it's shameful. We just losing our morals and our standards in this country, day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute, second by second. But there you have it. If you want to look into it further, is we got then head coach Jim Harbaugh, and during the COVID-19 season, him and his staff coaching all the way from bottom to top to bottom, they were involved in some impermissible stuff going on during the COVID-19 seasons at U of M football. So there you have it, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all know anything about anything that I have not talked about in this? Let me know. U of M football department is under 3 years probation. They've been fined and hit with recruitment limits. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if y'all know anything about it. Like, share, comment, get the views up. Let's run the views up. And that's it. Okay? This is Street Church. I'm letting the congregation out. God bless.